Hello, this is Matthew Patrick Torres and
Amy Nico Schwartz.
And this is our first, we're doing a video podcast. We have a computer, we have coffee, and
we're legit.
Notes and stuff. And we're not naked like we normally are when we record the podcast. How's it going? How's your day?
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty nice. Just got off the radio.
Cool. How's
Chilling.
that?
It's nice out. It's
Radio
beautiful.
time. I mean, it's awesome outside. I mean, as soon as we're done with this,
so
we can go
nice.
outside
Yeah.
and run around.
Yeah. So, you wanted me to talk about, you didn't believe me, about how my cat wakes me up.
I mean, you already started. You get
what were you gonna
say
say?
everything. I mean, say everything. I mean, we're friends. I don't want to like make you seem ridiculous, but
All right,
this is ridiculous.
We were debating cats and dogs earlier.
So it's dogs, and I mean, I'll be objective, I guess, and maybe you have a really cool cat, and you've only seen lame dogs, but I think dogs are cool.
I like both, actually. I'm not a cat or dog person.
That's where we're both reasonable. Now go on.
Mm-hmm. So we were comparing, like, he was saying dogs have a lot more jobs. Like, they're sniffing moms.
There's dog cops.
Right.
There's dogs in the Marines, Army, Navy. There's dogs in... I mean, dogs save people constantly from fires. There's firefighter dogs.
Cats, they work in bodegas. They kill insects. They stop the rat problems in the city. And then I brought up that my cat provides a wake-up service for me every morning.
Which is not possible.
No. And I'm not the only one. I know other people whose cats do it too.
So I could give it to you that maybe the cat like wakes you up, right? And the cat gets used to it. But the part where her story gets unbelievable is she has a different schedule. So like the first part of the week, you get up early.
Yeah, Monday through Wednesday I get up at like 5. And then like Thursday I get up at like 9. Friday it varies.
So she thinks the cat knows these different times.
Well, he does. It's crazy. Because, okay, you could say like I set alarms. So he hears the alarm, he wakes me up. But a lot of days he wakes me up like 5 minutes before the alarm. I'm like, how does he know? He does.
I don't feel like this is a real thing.
It's real, dude.
How would the cat know 5 a.m., 9 a.m.?
The sun? I don't know. He's got a sundial. I don't know.
Do you think you're just randomly getting woken up by your cat? And
Maybe you can just like tell that 8 hours have passed. No, it's never like... For a while when his like food machine broke, he used to wake me up early because he was hungry. But now that his feeder works, like he only wakes me up when I have to leave.
So, as unbelievable as that is, maybe, I don't know, maybe you have a cat that got into a cycle and the cat knows you're Monday to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
I tell him
Sunday
too
schedule.
before I go to bed.
So that's even more ridiculous.
I'm like, tomorrow's an early one, man.
But
thanks, bro.
I've been looking up right now. No.
I do. I'll be like, tomorrow's an early one, Mo. Help me get up. He's like, word. No, he has a whole process. It's great. So first he comes into the room.
Go ahead.
He's like, and he does this. He goes, excuse me, right? And I'm like, I'm not getting up. You know, I'm grumpy. I'm a grumpy morning person. Yeah. So he's like, hey, you need to get up. And I'm like, nah. And then he's like, come on. He gives me a tap tap. Come on, get up. And I'm like, no. And then he kisses my cheek. He licks my cheek. And it tickles because he's a cat, you know, the tongue's all sandpapery. And then, if that doesn't work, he does the chin, which tickles more. And then if that doesn't work, he starts slapping me in the face. Like, back. He starts slapping me in the face.
Do you feed him as soon as you wake up? Maybe that's it.
He has an automatic feeder. I do not feed him at all.
So...
The feeder, like, is
it gets wilder than
times.
this. Okay,
yeah.
now you gotta tell them the real crazy part. She thinks that the cat, when she worked too much, that would...
Oh, okay, so here's what happened to me. Okay, there was a time when I was working way too much, and I was in college.
All right.
And he was a kid, and he wanted to play all the time. And he was like, play me. And so, you know, I kept going to work, and I'd leave, and he'd be like, Wah! You know, he'd kind of get all grumpy when I left. And so one day, I can't find my keys. I'm looking. I finally find them in the closet. He broke my keys I started my car with. I couldn't start my car for 2 days. I couldn't go to work. I was stranded. It was a place where I didn't have public transit. This is in Kalamazoo.
So, you don't think it's a coincidence. You think the cat went out of its way.
I think he, like, I don't think he was smart enough to know, like, oh, if I take out the sensor, the key's broken. I don't think he knew that. Not crazy.
So what do you think?
But I think he was like, she grabs those keys and she leaves. She grabs the keys, she leaves. Like, I think he saw the pattern, and he's like, fuck up those keys. And then he got lucky. Or maybe, I don't know, he was watching me open the car with it. I don't know. Because he looks out the window, too.
I don't know.
It was crazy. And then he also, when I was studying too much.
It is crazy. So now, the cat knows your schedule, wakes you up every day when you need to.
He's smart.
Broke your keys because you were working too much, so he stopped you from driving to work. And now what's the other thing he did?
So when I was my last year of college, I took like all these intense classes. I went one where I did like 20 papers a week. Or not 20 papers, 20 pages a week, like 20-page paper. So I was on my laptop all the time, and, you know, he'd be like, meh, and I'd be all mad, and he'd be trying to play with me, and I'd be like, I have to study. And so one day, he chews through the power cord of my laptop enough where sparks are flying out, but he doesn't get electrocuted, but I can't use my laptop till I bought a new cord. So for like a good week, I was like, because I was cheap, so I had to order online.
So you think your cat, so you didn't do too much, broke your laptop because he knows that's where you do your schoolwork?
I don't think he knows like what college is, but I think he sees me on it, and he sees like she's not playing with me because she's playing with that thing. I'm gonna mess up that thing. Like, it's not like he knows like sociology.
Do you think your cat's above average, that he can do stuff that?
I think cats are smart, but I think he's like really smart. He also he has got an automatic feeder. I had like one when it first came out.
I kind of want to get one of those. The food.
Food drops a certain time. So when I first got him one, he used to take out the tray, stick his hand up the machine, and like get kernels. And like then he tried to take the lid off. And one time I didn't have the lid on good, and he got the lid off.
I mean, that's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Your cat trying to get the cat food.
Mm-hmm.
But him thinking that you should lighten your workload is hugely...
Not because he's like, you're doing too much. Because he wanted to play with me. He wanted me to give him attention.
So he's like, enough of that computer, I'll break it.
Yeah, like, why aren't you playing with the string? Get that laptop out of here. It's string time.
I mean, I think he just broke it, and then you're like, you're right, Mo. That's her cat's name, Mo.
Mo.
It's like, you're right, Mo.
I
guess...
Mo's smart. When I worked from home, he used to sit next to me at work all day.
My dogs don't do... a lot of activism in our house. It's mostly...
I have friends whose cats used to wake them up too. And, I had a friend who had a cat named Dave.
I mean, the waking up part is believable, but the different schedules, because you have a different
that
schedule.
blows my mind too. I don't know how he does it.
You're like, I wouldn't believe me either.
Really? I'm like, how I kept trying to think like, is there some alarm that's going off I'm forgetting about that he hears and then he wakes me up? But like, some days it's before my alarm. Like, I'll look at the clock and I'll be like, Mo, I have 5 minutes. Like, I literally will say that to him because it's like 5 minutes before the alarm. Yeah. And he'll be like, whatever, bitch, get up. And I'll be like, I got 5 minutes, bro. Like, this is an argument I have with him in the morning.
My dogs wake me up every day, but it's to use the bathroom. And it's like...
Because you gotta walk.
Because I always go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. And then it's like, oh, it's morning time.
I don't know how he knows the schedule's different. I don't know how he figured that. Unless he can just tell it's been 8 hours. I don't know how he would do that, though.
I mean, it's amazing that he knows what the power source is for a laptop. That's... I mean, you might have...
I don't know if he was like, the cord you plug in.
Let me look this up.
But he might have just been like, I'm going to mess the laptop up.
World's smartest cat.
I had a friend whose cat was really picky about music. Mo actually has... he likes Motown. He likes soul singers. He loves Adele and Beyonce. It's crazy. I know. It sounds crazy, but you play it, he'll come running in the room. He'll sit by the speaker. Like, he gets all excited. If you sing to him along with the songs... He'll, like, start chirping and getting all excited and stuff.
Nothing came up when I looked up world's smartest cat.
They're smart, man.
I mean, they're smart breeds, but...
Dogs are smart. Yeah, Maine Coons are smart.
I just don't feel like any cats have any, like, cognitive reasoning skills, which you are giving your cat. So,
I don't know. Okay.
That's, like, the next level.
How about this? How about David Bowie? So, my roommate had a cat named David Bowie. We called him Dave.
Oh, I thought you meant the real David Bowie. Yeah.
No. This is a cat. He had a little nub tail, blue eyes, gray stripes, real cute. So Dave was a stoner, and nobody gave him weed. Like, no one was, like, blowing in his face.
So the cat was a stoner?
Like, yeah, like, people would
even that's believable.
People would be smoking, he'd, like, run into the room, and then he'd, like, try to get a shotgun out of you. You know, he'd, like, be putting his mouth up against your mouth. Like, for real, he would do that. And he'd be all, like, he'd light a joint, you'd hear Dave come running, you know, wherever you were in the house. Dave came running.
That's relatively believable.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing he did, though, that's crazy. So one day, Dave had surgery. I think he got fixed or
the cat.
The cat Dave.
To follow it, it's kind of.
Dave's the cat.
See, I just want to make sure that they know you're talking about a cat because she's Amy immediately gives this cat too much respect.
His name's Dave, and that was his name.
So then he had lunch. Then he goes out.
So Dave the cat had surgery. I believe he got fixed or something. I can't remember what the surgery was. Anyways, he had surgery. He comes home. They, for some reason, prescribed like a kitty cat Vicodin for him, right? Mm-hmm. And so my roommate's giving him this, blah, 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 blah. Then she's like, okay, I think they told me there's so many days to stop giving it to him, right? Well, she stops giving it to him. He starts like moping around, like, meow, meow. Like he's in pain. Like he's like stumbling around slow and like meowing like he's in pain. So my roommate gave him the Vicodin. And then he's doing this for days.
He's faking?
He was faking. One day I caught him. Like, he was in the room. I was watching a snowboard video. This is the other crazy thing, too. He likes snowboard videos. He used to watch snowboard videos. He'd be like... So me and him would be sitting in the, like, family watching. So we're sitting in the family room chilling. He's chilling. He even used to sit like this sometimes. You know those cats that sit like this? Like humans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So...
Which is also a coincidence. I feel like they're not trying to sit like humans.
No, yeah. I don't know. They just happen.
I just have to keep clear.
So Dave's like sitting like this, the cat, and we're chilling. He's not hurting. He's like chilling with me. He's like eyeing my burrito, right? Then next thing you know, my roommate walks in the room. He immediately, when she walks in, is like, meow, meow, like he's in horrible pain. And she fell right for it. I was like, Dave, you're faking. And the cat was like, meow. Yeah, he was totally faking. They're smart. Animals are smart.
I've actually used this computer not to show off that I have an Acer, but I've looked up three. Look at the 3 top studies show that dogs are smarter than cats.
Bias. Who did the studies?
This one was Good Morning America, the Huffington Post, and Travel and Leisure. Those are all pretty reputable.
I don't know, man.
I mean, maybe they never met your like alarm schedule, knowing.
I just think that like here's the thing too. Like people think like, oh, I'm gonna train my dog to sit and lay down and roll over and all that stuff, right? You can train a cat to do that too, and like train your cat to come and call it. Like my ex-husband, he had my cat sit, lay down, like. He trained him to do that. He'd be like, sit, Mo, and Mo would sit down. Like,
so if I could give you like,
they're smart. Mice are smart too. Like, whales, I think, are the smartest.
Benefit of the doubt. The cats might be smarter than dogs. I don't think your cat can do what you think you can. I mean, you should put videos of the cat.
Dude, I'm gonna, like, if I have the, like, well with mine, the next time he wakes me up, I'm gonna, like, pull out my phone, I'm gonna send it to you.
You'd be like, wake up, Amy. Today's the day where you have to be at work 30 minutes early because you have a presentation to do. And then you'd be like, thanks, Mo. You're so smart.
Yeah. Oh, when I leave sometimes, Mo will be like... and,
cats don't have lips like that.
He doesn't do it with his
Sometimes when I leave, he's like, why?
Well, obviously I'm not a cat. I can't make the exact cat face. Actually, he does this. He does this stare.
I mean, I believe that. I believe that part.
It's like you're leaving, right? Yeah, and then I'll be like, I'll be back, man. You know, to the show. And then sometimes if he's really sad, I'll be like, well, what do you want? Do you want to hear Beyonce one guy? I'll listen to Beyonce, and I'll put on like Lemonade, and he's like, dope. He loves it.
There you lost me. I don't believe that,
dude. I'm gonna have to film him listening to music because he loves female singers.
I mean.
And males, but he likes the high notes.
And then he like kind of gets nods to it.
He doesn't dance to it, but like if you sing along, he goes really nuts, and he'll meow, he'll be like meow meow, and then if you're singing a lot, he'll get all up by your mouth and be like listening, and then he'll sit by the speaker if you really like something and you don't have it on that loud, and like if you turn something off he likes like mid song, he gets mad. He's like stormed out of the room on me before. That's how I actually figured out that he likes certain music because I somebody put on Adele and they turned it off and he got mad and like meowed angrily and left the room. Then he came back in the room and then I put play on and then he sat next to the speaker and like chilled out and was happy.
So this,
I'm not making it up. It's
this
crazy.
podcast is supposed to be about mental health.
And Taurus is
I feel like
crazy.
I feel like we've if you guys can come over, we can all tell Amy her cat does not have the skills.
I'm telling you, call some of my friends who live with me.
Hey, hello? What are you doing?
Hey.
Have you ever witnessed Amy's cat able to read time?
Okay, I'll give you an example. You call my ex-husband.
That sounds fun. And tell him what?
You could tell him, you could ask him if he one day told Mo, hey man, this is a true story. Hey man, you ain't gotta wake her up. She ain't gonna kick you out the house. You ain't gotta do that. And I'm like, that's his job. He needs to do that. And he was like, don't worry about it, bro. And then Mo stopped waking me up for like a good couple months. I was pissed. I didn't believe.